Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat, joined today by Dolly behind me, and Ollie right next to me. Hello. Hello, cat. Big kitty. Both my kitties. Today is Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2024. I've been sick. I have been sick for the past week. A little over a week. Last time we met, I can feel it still in my nose. It's still there. Still there in the nose. And right in here. Right in here, this gland is still a little bit swollen. Last week, when we last met, I had a bit of a sore throat. Just a bit of a sore throat that was persistent. No coughing, but yeah, the next day, I was full congestion, runny nose, a little bit of the sore throat, no, not quite as bad. That lasted a couple of days, but then this lymph node swelled out to like here-ish. It was swollen out to like here. Like it was noticeable. Great big lump. And painful. I had to take some painkillers for that. But yeah. I have mostly recovered at this point, to the point where I think I can stream. Maybe. I might have to blow my nose. Because I'm hearing it in the sound of my voice. The fact that my nose is a bit plugged up at the moment. But we're going to try to get through this on this day. The main reasons I did not stream, because I was not bedridden level of sick on Thursday and on Sunday, was because it has affected my voice. I was not able to talk particularly clearly. Nowhere even close to this level. I figured it would not be a pleasant experience to watch, let alone to execute. So I didn't stream those days. Unfortunately, that also meant that I did not stream on my birthday, which was this past Sunday. I was going to stream on my birthday. I ended up not doing so because I was sick. Fortunately, I was in the midst of recovering by that point. I was not experiencing a full breadth of my symptoms, and I wasn't quite as fatigued as I had been. But still, technically, sick on my birthday with congestion. And swollen lymph node on my left side was not particularly pleasant. And that day also was, it did not go perfectly as planned, shall we say. So we ordered Grubhub delivery. I think that's what she uses, what my mother uses. Ordered delivery from a restaurant. It was Applebee's that we decided to get food from, so we could have like restaurant food on my birthday. And they messed up the order for my entree. My main dish, they messed up my main dish. They got everything else mostly right, but they messed up my main dish. To the point where my mother actually drove to Applebee's. She drove there, brought them what they gave us in our delivery order, and got the correct thing. And they gave her the correct thing, and came back. But by then, of course, everything else was cold, had to be reheated, and all that. So it's like, was not a great experience. overall because of their mistake. I had ordered a mac and cheese with honey chicken strips entree, and it has like bacon pieces as well. And they call it a 4-cheese mac and cheese, but it's not really macaroni because it's penne. It's cheesy penne with chicken strips, fried chicken strips, glazed with honey, and the bacon on it. That was what I ordered, a $22 meal and change. And but what they sent was a little macaroni and cheese side dish, a 4-cheese mac and cheese side dish, little ass thing. Because they keyed it as 4-cheese mac and cheese on their like receipt thing with the full price of the meal, but they keyed it in as 4-cheese mac and cheese when they have a side dish and a full meal. And no one stopped to think, this little thing, $22. Failures on multiple levels there, I would think. But it was ultimately resolved. I had my meal. It was a good meal. It's just, that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Had the dessert, had a cake from Harris Teeter. Oh yeah, also failures. We went to buy the cake like the day before. My mother bought the cake the day before from Harris Teeter. The bakery was closed, so they couldn't actually like ice out happy birthday on the cake. Another like, just, this is not a great year, apparently. This is not a great time. Thought we made it through. I got gifts. I got 2 things. I got a pair of sweatpants, better pair of sweatpants. And this book. This book. Yeah. Wind and Truth, Brandon Sanderson. This book is over 1,300 pages. It's 1,329 pages. I have gotten to page 38 thus far. Is going to take a while. Behind me, up top, you may see what's behind me. That's just sticking over the edge of this bookcase. There's another bookcase back there, and up on the top of it, I've got other books. Now, you probably can't really tell what books are what up there, but on the right side is the entirety of the Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, all of the books from that series. But on the other side is Brandon Sanderson books, including book 4 is up there of this series, as well as like the Lost Metal, I think, or whatever, the most recent / last book of Mistborn's Wax and Wane series, and the novellas from Stormlight Archive. Both novellas from Stormlight Archive are over there, up there. And there should be, like, I think Elantris is up there. And whatever the name of the color one is. Warbreaker, I think. Yeah, so a few Brandon Sanderson books behind me on the left side. Sanderson and Martin. If you hadn't noticed that before, behind me. Okay, well, that's that update. we're taking it a bit slow today, as one would expect, because I am in fact still sick. What I want to mention at the start as well is today, this morning, I did make a new social media account on Blue Sky. So I now have an account on Blue Sky. The name for that, I am Otaku Showboat, but it's at otakushowboat.com. So we are official, actually. We are official. I have it as my domain that I own, you know. I have my domain. The website doesn't go anywhere right now. I don't have web hosting, but I do own the domain. So I have the domain, and I use that for Blue Sky. So I now have that. We'll see if I actually end up using it, because I don't tend to end up using social media accounts outside of like my Discord. So that all being said, let us go to game mode and load up Ostranauts. I haven't played too much since the last time we met, but there have been some updates. There have been some updates to the mods that I'm using. A couple of key things to note is that the cassette mod that I had added for last stream, I think it was for last stream, while I'm waiting for the game to load now. The cassette mod was updated to natively use FFU Beyond Reach. Now, I had done my own edit for FFU compatibility, or to use FFU Beyond Reach previously. Now it is just built that way, available to everyone and all of the mods as well. They are available through the official Ostranauts Discord. There is a button right here. You can join the official Ostranauts Discord. They have an entire like forum style section in there for mods. That is where most people release their mods, is through the official Discord. Okay. The other thing was that some of the FFU mods from Warstalker, the developer of FFU Beyond Reach, have been updated. That includes the EVA suit mod, which I did report the issue I had on my personal save, where I was experiencing hypoxia symptoms when using my security EVA suit that has 2 oxygen tanks in it. I was experiencing hypoxia when one of the oxygen tanks was near empty but not empty. It was kind of weird. I reported it and figured out that, oh hey, yeah, this game simulates pressure in a somewhat realistic way, in that a tank that is nearly empty is not able to push its contents out with anywhere near as much pressure as when it's pressurized. So it ends up taking longer to empty the tank, which means that your suit, you start to breathe more than the tank is able to output, and thus the overall oxygen levels reduce to the point where you start to experience hypoxia before the tank is fully empty. This issue should now be fixed in the most recent update to the EVA suit mod that I'm running. Ideally, it should now be fixed. Ah yes, we left off in the middle of a new wreck. We left off in a wreck. Let's see, what do I got? Because I have to refresh myself on where we left off. We built a reactor last time. We expanded the ship, more than doubled the size of the ship, and added a reactor room. A small reactor room, but still, it's a reactor room. And we have that going, so we can be out for much, much, much longer than we used to. In fact, we're pretty much only limited by the amount of fuel that we are carrying on the ship. Only fuel limited now. And to solve that, we will need more hydras. And we will need more space to put more hydras and more nitrogen tanks. And we will need a lot more of the thrusters. And we need rooms. We need rooms for the ship. Our current ship is actually valued at more than 2 million USD. And yes, it is. It is in USD. Alright, so now I don't have a current payment to do on this mortgage. Still, if I were to replace it with a pre-built ship, all of the pre-builds are also in that price range. What I want to do is I want to try to make this quite more valuable, maybe with the intent of replacing it. I don't know. The issue with this game currently, when replacing your ship, is that when you sell your ship and buy a new one, what ends up happening, at least it happened the one time that I did it a little while back, is that it can end up flipping the OKLG map from having your ship be on the south side to having your ship be on the north side. It is a complete, camera rotation, 180 rotation of the camera, without a good way of fixing it. Now, you can fix it, but you have to, enable debug mode to get the rotation back, and it can be very disorienting when it does that. I just wish it would not do that in the first place. But it does. So part of me is very hesitant to ever actually sell my ship because of this issue of the camera getting rotated on me when I change to a different ship. Regardless, how about we actually get into things a bit. Oh yeah, there was one other thing with the cassette mod. The cassette mod was changed. Not only does it now require FFU beyond reach, it was also modified so that the storage boxes can no longer be put in the next size up storage. The cassette, what they call the standard cassette. Previously, you used to be able to put the boxes in the cassettes, and then the cassettes into the racks. Now, you can't do that. They did change the inventory size of the boxes and of the cassettes. I think this is a 9, and the other one is now an 18. This used to be an 8. This used to be 8. So I hope everything has cleanly migrated. Seems so. Yes, everything seems to have cleanly updated. So I gained an extra slot in these storage boxes, and then the next size up would just be double that. My issue with this change is that there is now absolutely no reason to ever use the 1x2 boxes, the 1x2 cassettes. There's no reason to ever do that when 2 storage boxes hold the same amount of stuff. And it's more versatile in the inventory system to work with the 1x1s rather than a 1x2. What might change my mind would be if those are the only things that can be put into the racks. If I can't put these boxes into the racks, then I guess that's a thing. But I'd much rather use these boxes like in my backpack or in a smart crate, because that's just more convenient. Particularly when I'm out and about and I'm salvaging a wreck, you know? Speaking of which, I can add another screen into that box. So I've completely forgotten everything about what we were doing in here, about what was where, and so on and so forth, and the things that I may have wanted / not wanted. I guess I'll take this huge rack. And I did report that you can currently install, or you can currently put storage bays inside of storage bays. It seems like that's just a thing we're going to have available to us for a bit of time. God, I hate that it always closes this rack. Will it close the rack if I put everything in there first? Okay, no. That's the steel, that's the mechanical parts, aluminum, and fiber. Okay. But the solution is going to be that the storage overhaul mod will prevent you from being able to see the inventory of a loose item by putting it into your drag slot. That's the intent. It'll be so that this inventory will not be able to be opened at all in this scenario. The issue with that is that you can still drag and drop stuff into the rack, into loose racks. They would also need to prevent being able to drag and drop stuff into loose storage containers. That's totally a thing. What's also totally a thing is toilets have inventory slots. If you did not know, toilets have inventory slots. Get this trash to the floor. I think they have 9. I think it's a 3x3 grid. And I have seen reports on the Discord. I've seen reports on the Discord of people buying items from shops and having them end up inside of toilet storage. I kid ye not. So if you are, and the only way to access the toilet storage is by carrying a toilet in the drag slot and having the inventory open. by carrying it. That is the only actual way to interact with that storage. So if the mod removes that ability, it would not be good in that specific situation. I brought that situation. Apparently, of course, because this is one of those very obscure things, but the mod author didn't know that that was a thing that existed. It didn't know that that toilets had storage slots. So that will be addressed. I do not blame them for not knowing that toilets have storage slots. Speaking of which, one of the mechanics that will exist in this game will involve black water. And basically it will collect on your ship and you will have to remove it when you are docked at the station, and it will cost money. Did I just dismantle instead of uninstall? Oops. Yeah, that's gonna be an oops. I clicked here. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be an oopsies. Oh well. The devs are taking like feedback as to whether or not they should change the name of dismantle to be something else. I forget what the other term they're suggesting is. But it's another dis word. I think it's disassemble. It'll be the difference between what it currently is being dismantle versus disassemble. And I believe that disassemble is a better word to use than dismantle. Because dismantle can be interpreted as being a synonym of uninstall. And of course, disassemble being to take it apart. Which is what you do when you are turning it into components. You are disassembling it. Any hoozles. I think this ship didn't have too awfully much that I wanted outside of the parts. So if we spend any amount of time here, it will primarily be to expand my ship. I think that's what we're going to do as well. We're going to expand my ship. Did it have a nav station? No. Yes. Yes, it does. Good thing I checked. It has 2! Oh. Oh. And a backpack. we're gonna repair these. Yeah, we're gonna repair these. We're gonna take these. So these really realistically are our prize. Of course, I'll have to get the data off of these. And I have mentioned before how annoying it is to get the data off of these. Yeah, 2 nav stations on one ship is pretty exciting, actually. Need to repair both of them and restore them, but yeah, it's good. We're good! Excellent stuffs. Store. Uninstall and not dismantle. / disassemble. I'm just double checking a lot of these inventories, seeing what's in them. Don't think I want to grab doors. Oh, there's another rack here. Oh, I'll take steel. It has a banner wall. I'll take that. The problem with restoring the racks is that it takes quite some time. Anyway, uninstall that. I'll take you. I don't think I saw any of the 4-tile racks. Let me double check. Any 4-tile racks? I don't think so. No. No 4-tile racks. That's okay. Wish there was an easier way to get to that map, that vision mode. Alright, back to the ship. Unload the cargo. Or at least unload that guy. I'll go to the storage bay to unload these other racks. I have to figure out where I want to put them. Right, those are empty. That truck has stuff. Okay. You. But I just want to double check here. Files. Yeah, those nav stations don't show up unless they're installed and powered. I have to like uninstall each of them. Pause, go to the data files app, hit my PDA, hit that nav station. Oh, there's a Fusion manual in here. Great. Take all the things. Uninstall it. Install the other one. Grab the files. Doesn't look like it's any valuable stuff in here. That's alright. Nav stations in and of themselves are quite valuable. Right. Stick those in there. The storage mod was also updated. There was a removal in the bins of the, like, disallowing oversized on bins, but it doesn't actually do anything because the bins don't take anything that's oversized anyway on their allow lists. None of the items it could take would be oversized, so it was kind of pointless to have it prevent oversized items when nothing it takes is oversized anyway. Anyway, let's spend a little time snuggling the Blahaj. So right now, the intimacy, it was red, now it's not as red, now it's yearning. Every time you snuggle, you get 10 points. Reduction, I think it's reduction on intimacy. So now it says I have no intimate needs right now. So every time I use the snuggle the plushie, I feel a connection with others. I have a sense of deep intimacy with others. I'll just use it a few more times so that I know that I am, in fact, capped. So now my intimacy is love. I feel so loved after squeezing the plushie. As I said, it reduces the desire for intimacy by 10 points each time you use it. I think the, like, maximum that you accrue over time is like 160, something like that. I don't know the exact value off the top of my head. I think it's about 160 though. So you just reduce it by that number of times. You have to snuggle the thing that many times, 16 times, to go from max to 0. Or you could modify it to have a number greater than 10. You know, you could just modify it to not have to snuggle it as many times to gain that benefit. Won't do it this time, but just so you know, it's a thing that you can do. Jukebox isn't jukeboxing for whatever reason. Alright, let's plan for the next steps here. I need more rooms. So what rooms do I want? Well, there are 3. And down there in the goals, I have stated that I need a cabin for me. This would be keyed in as a luxury bedroom or luxury cabin. I need an enclosed navigation room, and I would like to have a bespoke engineering room. So, my thought is that bespoke engineering, I suppose with room for thrusters, could be down here through the reactor room. it makes sense to have an extension down, so I could also extend my large tanks as I get them. And I would use that opportunity to relocate these thrusters to be at the bottom of the ship, and then I can expand left and right. Now there is something else. There is a storage room that I could make, but I think a storage room would probably be better through modifying one of these sides, because this area can be converted into 3 rooms. Potentially. I don't know. I sort of want the wall here, like across here and across here, so that I have this 3-wide hallway going all the way across. Because I have the hallways here, with those doors to access them. I would want this section to be a hallway, left, right, I think. And then this middle section with the braced airlock, this open area would be like generic room, part of the hallway that opens into the hallway, or hallways, plural, or like a double airlock type of thing where it's just a mostly empty room blocked off from both this airlock and the other hallways. And then this area could be the enclosed nav station, as it would go, there'd be a wall here and here, so like a door to get in, and this could be nav station. This could be a bathroom, actually. Could make it the bathroom. Because it's a pretty small room, all things considered. I mean, it could be a storage room. Could extend it to be a bigger storage room. Move all these over to the side and have it be a bigger storage room. But I think I want to have a bespoke, like, big room for storage. So either it would be the cabin or a bathroom extended out, and then extended down in here would be other rooms. That's just generic plans for the moment. The easiest path now... Well, I need to scrap. I need to scrap and get some flooring. That's step 1, I think. I don't really like that it's testudo flooring, but I'll take what I can get. I could try to grab what I pick up here as I uninstall. I think I'll try to do that. We've already picked up 16, 17. I won't take that. If it's different, I probably won't take it. I just want this 49 series. Now, how big of a room do I want for engineering? That's a great question. Because the engineering room is going to need to accommodate a lot of stuff. In fact, I might need more than one engineering room, depending how big the ship ends up actually becoming. Let's add uninstalls to those. Once my super handy fills up, I think I'll stop. Even though I can put them into the backpacks, I could carry way more. It's just more handy to have it in the one container, so I know exactly how much I have. Then what's going to go into the engineering room? That's the next question. I'm not going to take any of those. The engineering room will have all of the hydras, and ideally the thrusters as well. But it will also have all of the chargers, the battery chargers. That's one of the main things. Hey! Why'd you close that? Why'd you close that inventory? That's my inventory. We're not even close to filling this. Oh boy. Alright. Oh yeah, that's all. That's good stuffs. Auto task. I'll let it go. We can talk about some other things in the meantime. So where are we expanding? We're gonna go down here. I don't know if I want to extend the hallway out. What I also know is that I need to leave, unfortunately, a hole for the cooler. Because the cooler needs to be able to radiate, unfortunately. So I'll leave a gap for the cooler. I suppose I could leave gaps for the other wrap. By that I mean the stuff and the things. Very specific of me. The thrusters. I just need to decide. Oh, that's not the right tiles. Those are 96 series. I wanted the 49s. Only want the 49s. Only want the 49s. Not the 50s, not the 46s, the 49s. Autosave is autosaving. Okay. There's a couple. There's 4 there. Five. Alright, I'll leave behind the rest. So that's what? $155. I'll need to uninstall a wall. Get out of here. So 155 floors. This would work if there was a floor under it, but I want to leave it open air. Open to space. I think that's how the wall will go, ultimately. But I should make it more symmetrical. So realistically, that would be the hole. I mean, that means it's highly unlikely I will put a door between this room and the room down here. Yeah. So I will need to extend the hallways down. Even though I don't really want to. I must. Unless I make the whole thing a big room. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so trying to remember, how wide are we? 25? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 5. 25! Wouldn't you know, we're 25 wide. So that's already 75. Then how large are these? $16 and $16. So we're at 107. I should have at least 2 more. So that's all the tiles that I'm carrying right now. That should be all the floors from in here, I would think, if I did my math right. Plus a couple from my backpacks. Unless it's going to pull from my backpacks first. But did empty that. Come on, there you go. Huh. I wonder if I need another thingy. Low pressure? Where? Why would you give me a low pressure alert? Odd. Game behaved a little oddly. As you can see, I very likely would want to have more. A little bit more. At least another 4. Like 100 tiles. Because this isn't that big of a room right now. I want bigger. Always bigger. We must always think bigger. And this would be like engineering. As I've said, I will have to pull off all of these thrusters, move them to the bottom, try to get more thrusters, keep adding them to whatever the bottom ends up being, realistically. Move my hydras down here, try to have space as well for the tanks. If this room is going to exist like this, though, I would actually want the thrusters on the left and right sides, if this is all going to be one room, so I can keep expanding the room down more easily. I think that's what I'll do. My dude needs to eat and drink, so once he takes care of this batch, I will let him do so. I might have to start picking up the 96 series, the studio floors. You know, what they used here. And expand using that. Repairing the floors is good. Didn't do that. Only at 36, though, which is slow. It should be 40. I think that's because of either the neglected contact or the family needs. The social needs do have a small effect on your work speeds. If everything was green in here, including altruism, I would be doing this at times 40. At least. I am tempted to use one of the features of FFU Beyond Reach to make these multipliers higher so that we work a bit faster. Okay. Get back inside. Load up the inventory, please. Uh-oh. Game? Game? Where's my food? There's my food. Oh yeah, there's a toy. What does the toy do? It doesn't say that it does anything. Yeah. See, even on the Blahaj, it says that it does something. This toy, there's no effect for playing with the Parasaurolophilian, excuse me. Drink. And then brush the teeth. Get our hygiene under control. Simply by brushing one's teeth. Alright, get the helmet back on. And we have more floor tiles that I need to grab. Okay. Uninstall all of those. Buddy. Get to work. Get to work. You can do it. There you go. So what I'm looking for here is to pick up at least 100-ish more tiles. And realistically, only about 100. Get up here. Get over here. Do I particularly care now what series they are? Only if there's enough for a full set of 5. I think there's enough of this 46 series. Around. Okay. That's 35. 35? Yes, 35. Out of 100. Great. Take a walk up here. Uninstall all those. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. That'll get us to 75. I need 25 more. And that's just for one of the rooms that I want. We'll need to keep working and expanding to get the other rooms. But this is the biggest of the rooms that I need, so may as well get this done first, as it is the biggest. And this ship really doesn't have too much that I'm interested in right now. There are a lot of things that I still need. Of course, there's always more that I need. I need more thrusters. I should probably pick up and fix all these thrusters on this ship. Should realistically do that. I'm going to need a bunch of these walls as well. Let's not forget I will need walls to build a room. Right, please tell me that there's 25 in here. 5, 10, 15, 25. Huzzah! There do be 25. So that'll be 100 more floor tiles to add to the mix. Excuse me. Where did... what? Okay. One of the tiles just disappeared. Get in there, you. So that should be 100? Yeah. Alright. Get thee down there. Much better. That's so much better. Okay. Huzzah. Huzzee, huzzoo, huzzum. That's gonna be a much better room, all things considered. To the point where I do think I actually want these on the bottom. Yeah, and we'll expand it left-right from here. I will temporarily be removing these walls with the intent that I will add more H3 doors in those slots to actually make them a room, separate room, because it will include all of these hallways. It'll include the hallways as part of the engineering room until I put the doors in there. So, how many walls do I need? Well, I know I need at least 25. I know I need at least 25, so what about from there? Another 10. 20, so that's 45 plus this perimeter. 60 total. Yeah, that's 15. So 60 total walls. Alright. 60 walls it shall be. Don't know where the music is supposed to be. A game? Where's the Muzak? Yeah, part of me thinks I need to actually have a second cooler. Or maybe not. You done repairing? I'm gonna let him do all the repairs and then go up and start breaking down some walls. Still, 60 walls. The cart can hold 36 at a time, so we'll have to do this in 2 trips. Almost done with these repairs. Okay. Get to be back up here. Now, walls. Uninstall the walls. Now there should be a wall there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Half. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 50. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. That should be about 60. I'll do a couple extras for good luck. Start the auto tasks. Just let him go. I probably also have some walls kicking around in the ship that I should probably be using instead. But there are some internal rooms that I will want to make as well, so always good to have walls. Walls are good. I like walls. Good to carry some walls around. And good to have spares in case some get destroyed. You know? Always good in case stuff gets destroyed. Alright, 6 more, and the truck will be full. Then I'll just let my dude roam. One more. There we go. Alright. Get to it. Get to it. Oh, good, I have made an Etsy order. I'll be honest, my 3D printing sales have been down significantly over this past week or so. Mainly since like this weekend. This past weekend was horrible. I went like 2 or 3 full days without a single sale, which is not normal for me. Between Etsy and eBay, I usually make at minimum 1 sale a day. Just this time of year, like after the general cutoff point for when stuff will arrive before Christmas and Christmas, that period of time is just not many sales happening. Not many folks buying things because they sort of have already bought stuff for the holiday. Walls. Let's add 36 walls. You know what? I know this is 15, right? That's 15. 20. 25. 30. 5. 36. Interesting. Why does it say that you cannot reach the wall placeholder? Pathfinding in this game is really fantastic. I don't know if you've noticed, but the pathfinding in this game is awesome. It is magnificent. It needs to be rebuilt from scratch. Like many systems in this game, it feels like they need to just start over. Particularly this mess of inventory windows. I think you need to rethink that. There it goes, finally. Rethink that system. It's not working well. And yes, I do hate that the time is down here now. I do hate that all this time control stuff is down here now. Oh my god, do it. Do it! There. Thank god. He finally did the thing. Alright, so just need to grab the rest of those walls. Remembering that I did grab a few more than necessary. I did set a few more than necessary. For uninstallation. Alright, so is that it? No, there's more up here. Is that it? I think so. I'm carrying 28. That should be enough. Yeah, it's 24 to finish this off. Auto task. And then I'll need conduit to go all the way around. As usual. There's always that one more thing we need. We need conduit. That way I can actually install all of the thrusters down here. And I need to move the hydras and all of those tanks down in here, figure out where I want to put them, like what sort of pattern I want to make with them. And then also move all of the chargers down in here. And that'll be a real engineering room. Just let it repair all these things. But I guess I need lights. I need lights too. I should have lights. Uninstall that, that, and that for the moment. For the moment, just those three. And then set that door to open. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's the only way that that auto air vent can really work. It's a little unfortunate. It doesn't quite work fast enough. So, the auto air vent, I have a mod that makes it so that it will close when either side experiences a loss of pressure. Yeah, a loss of atmosphere. It will reopen when both sides are at normal air pressures. The problem is that the initial closing effectively is slow enough so that both sides end up being lower than normal pressure. A bit of air from the fully pressurized room will escape into the room that's depressurizing before it closes. So even if you can restore the normal atmosphere to the depressurized room, this air vent will not open until you also restore the pressure that was lost, the little bit of pressure that was lost to the room that was not subject to the depressurization event. And there's not really a good way of avoiding that, having to do that. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but we gotta deal with it. We gotta live with it. What do you have? Racks. You has racks with stuff. What stuff? Walls! What? So these have nothing, and yet one weighs a lot more than the other. Weird. And then that is also an empty. Yeah, as I said, weird. I guess I'll put all of these walls in those. How much conduit am I carrying? A little bit, not anywhere near enough. So that's the next step, is I now need conduit in all of this. Yeah, this game is pretty niche. It's pretty niche, but I overall enjoy it, despite its issues. And oh god, does it have issues. And I complain about them every stream. Pretty much every stream. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Gib conduit. I have mods to help alleviate some of the issues. Not all of them. Some of them. Such as stack size of conduit is now 15. I will not be taking the jumpers, just the regular conduit. I think I need at least 60, one for each wall that I just installed. Focus right now is on expanding the ship. Adding rooms to the ship. We're adding an engineering room right now, / building out a dedicated engineering room. Oh, that was damaged. Go away. That's my alarm to indicate that I am halfway through the stream. And then I would usually take a break about this time. I'm going to let my dude finish up the conduit uninstallation there. Then we'll take the break, and when I come back, I will... Oh god, you went outside? Why did you go outside? I don't want this stuff to be outside! We'll install all of this conduit on the ship around the new area that I expanded into down here. And then I'll move all the thrusters and all of the intakes and tanks and stuff. Because yeah, I need to take my break, blow my nose. I am still recovering from my sickness. So that was the halfway point. It'll be another hour and a half. So usually I will stream from 10 US Eastern to 1 US Eastern. And I have like support stuff that can extend the stream, but I don't think I will do so today just because I am still recovering from my bit of a cold that I've had all week. Made it so that I couldn't stream on my birthday this past Sunday, which I wanted to stream. Usually stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. Interesting is like having trouble navigating those. We'll cancel that and like move all the way down to my room. Yeah, fortunately I wasn't fully sick on Sunday, but it was enough to affect my voice, and I decided, you know what, we need to not. Why did you slow down? Is there a proximity? I don't know, slow down to ×1. Anyway, time to take a break. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I have returned. Welcome back. I used at least 25 tissues, and yet I still feel more up in there. There is still more, but at least I should be able to talk a little bit more clearly now, after draining as much as I can from, like, at least 25 tissues. Mrs. Kitty behind me is very comfy. Dolly back there is quite comfy. So yeah, anyway. Here we are! I need to install some conduit. We're going to go to power, to the specific conduit that I currently have. We're going to install this. I kind of need to be able to see the whole edge there. It's a little unfortunate that this view mode doesn't actually show me any of the like icons like this. Set us to auto task and get going. I said get going. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's been that's been the main symptom of my sickness over the past week. That's lasted the longest and will likely continue to last forever. It's just the congestion and stuffy nose. So my experience with crew members is that they are dumb as nails, and I will never use a crew member again on the ship. Sorry to say, but until the crew AI is significantly improved, there's no chance that I will ever run additional crew on a ship. In particular, the number one thing is I need to be able to tell them to sit the hell down when I'm about to, you know, move the ship. When I'm about to move the ship, they need to be able to sit down and stay down the entire time I'm moving my ship. Because, yeah, they fall over and hurt themselves constantly. Because, yeah, I move the ship and they fall down. And they get hurt, and they complain about getting hurt. And then, of course, by default, if they complain, you're, like, taken off of the nav station. If you hear someone complaining under their breath. Which, yeah, that can lead to some pretty serious incidents. If you suddenly get pulled away from the nav station when you're, you know, docking or trying to dock. And yeah, crew members are dirt cheap, but that also means they're dirt cheap. And their work equates to their pay. Alright, game. Did you actually do this install? Thanks. I said, could you actually do this install? Alright, you gave the conduit. There you go. There you go. You've done it now. Yeah, so the other thing about microing them is that as soon as you go to take control of them, they lose all of their autonomy stat. There's this little autonomy stat. Yeah, that goes away as soon as you start actually trying to take control of the crew and manage what they're doing. But yeah, I don't like the system as implemented. It's kind of just trash, and there's no point, really. I have had no reason to ever use crew, frankly. I tried it. I had a couple of crew members for a brief period, and they just kept hurting themselves and muttering under their breath, causing my captain to stop doing what they were doing and setting the time back to ×1. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating. I don't like it. I don't like the system at all for managing crew. I'm pretty sure you had... Oh, I guess not. I want those. Why do I have so many motherboards? Guess that's why. Now, I'm also not in the general practice of completely breaking down Rex to nothing. I leave behind a lot because there's just stuff that's not worth the time and effort and space. I have no desire to pick everything up that I ever see. I'll gladly take the stuff that has a lot of value. I'd rather have stuff of high value on my ship than other stuff that's not of much value taking up the space that could have been spent on the more expensive stuff. Anyhoozle. The mods I'm running, though, yeah, adds a bit extra space for me. I have a bit of extra room to work with. Yeah, this is not default. Yeah, we need to be able to assign crew to cabins and have them sleep in those cabins and only be able to sleep in those cabins, like assignable stuff. Now we need to be able to have a mode, like travel mode, where they can brace themselves in a seat, like assign a seat for them to be in, or something like that. To be like, yo, we're about to leave. Buckle the fuck up, or you're gonna get hurt. That kind of stuff. Anyway, I think I'm ready to uninstall some stuff and move some stuff. The thought has also occurred to me that batteries belong in engineering. That too. Why did I put down that dolly? I need to keep carrying that dolly. Thanks. And actually, I need to go back into that storage bay because the whole point of going into the storage bay was to pull in the inventory for that dolly. Start transferring some of these lights. I want my lights. I want all my lights. Probably just could have exchanged to dollies, but whatever. Get down here. Enlighten. I need to enlighten things. And yes, if the lights look like they are illuminating more than usual, that's because of yet another mod. One that I made, by the way. I made this mod. That extends the radius of lights. And yeah, I actually have multiple options that you can choose to extend the radius even further. And that is available on the official Ostranauts Discord. So the idea is I'm going to have a door here and a door here. Custom doors, these little H3s from the More Doors mod. I think I can close this door actually now. Good. Good, good, good. This is ideal. I need to move all of these guys down here. I need to move this stuff, all of those, in here. And I need to move all of the batteries in here, and all of the chargers. All that in here. Let's get started. I think I'll keep it at ×8 for now. And this is going to help with giving me more options for expansion on the rest of the ship. This whole cancel interaction system is, yeah, needs to be fixed. Yes, it is more practical, but I need the space freed up for now. Hate when it does that. Add another thing to the I really hate when it does that list. And the whole cancel action lasting for like an entire action cycle after uninstalling, that's... or after any action, it's like this lasts an entire action longer than it's supposed to. You can be done with your action and it will keep this cancel action option listed for an entire round. This is a turn-based game, by the way. In case anyone was wondering, this is absolutely a turn-based game. Despite it being real-time, quote-unquote. Alright, my yacht here is low on power. See, the solution to the position of the battery chargers by airlocks is to carry around extra batteries and then swap them out when you are on the ship normally. Under no circumstances should one have to run back to their airlock to change out the batteries. That, huh? Oh. My lights were off-centered. Let's fix that. There we go. Now the lights are better. How many of these do I have? 7 more? Really? 7? 7? Ah, you see, the solution is to not have a screwdriver on the ship at all. I just don't even have other tools besides these two. Like, that's asking for trouble. Now, will he actually install these properly from this side? Part 1 is done. Is he gonna actually install them? Yes. Still, though, the developers really should update that entire behavior of priorities of tool use. It is pretty unacceptable that the game operates from the worst tool to the best by default when your character is... If your character carries multiple tools that perform the same task, they will always use the worst tool for the job when given a job. It makes no sense why it was designed that way. It needs to be updated so that they use always the best tool available. And that will save a lot of headaches. Because, yeah, I think that you shouldn't have to be in a situation where you have to, like, get rid of all of the old tools. You should have the old tools around as backups. Yeah, I'm gonna count on finding another laser torch, I guess, to have to repair the laser torch. I definitely have the batteries. So I have the batteries for the torch. That's one that I would have to come back for. I'm not going to carry around another one of these on me. Anyway, so that's those. I forget though if I have any more in my storage racks. Well, not on this side, that's for sure. Start uninstalling a few things to relocate to engineering. And I hate, like, the most efficient thing is to, like, cancel action, hit cancel action once they finish uninstalling, but it's so tedious. What? Why won't it go there? Weird. Weird. Okay, there's something about this specific tile on this grid right now. Ah. And we get down here. Now let's see. Probably want that here. Got that there. I guess while I'm here, I may as well swap out, huh? And yes, I have, again, a mod that gives you 2 slots. I can install that, right? Ah, 40%? Yeah, we're swapping. And these guys, those are all 100%, but I'll swap in and don't think I really need to be carrying 4 around at a time. Let's bring those out. This battery. What do I want to do with the batteries? Put one there. I'll probably do a line against this wall here on the batteries, or at least a couple of them. Since I have the reactor core, the batteries are a lot less important now. In fact, I'm just going to uninstall this small battery and not use it again. This is the battery that the ship came with. That's all we had at the start of this series, was this one little small. That's going to be put there. Alright, then there's that battery to uninstall. Get it moved over. Alright. That just leaves... Oh yeah, the equipment truck thinks that there's something in that tile. Huh. I don't know what. Kind of odd. Wow, it thinks that there's a lot on there. Something is massive. Usually it means that there's something illegal on the equipment truck, something that is no longer allowed to be put onto it, but I don't know, fix that. I might be able to see it from a cell screen. Yeah, the problem here is that I can't uninstall a dolly. Or, like, have a way... I don't have a way of changing a dolly's state to fix it. Yes, I can uninstall a rack, and the game will delete the the installed version of the rack and spawn the uninstalled version of the rack and copy over the contents, and that's where it can fix itself. It'll just spit out the illegal stuff. But you can't really do that with dollies. But yeah, it should show up in a cell screen what's in the thing, I would think. We're just not at a place I can sell things right now. Speaking of stuff. Dude wants to eat again. So eat we shall. And then brush the teeth. I still find it hilarious that brushing your teeth after eating is enough to keep your character well groomed, full hygiene until the end of time. Just that alone, that's all you need to do, is brush your teeth after every meal. Nothing else matters or is required. Just brush the teeth. That's it. That's all. Alright, these two. Now, see, what I think you want is a a usable inventory management system. That's what we need, is a actually useful inventory management system. Something we don't have right now. What is a usable inventory management system? Pretty much what you just described. In terms of like the ship aspect of it. A screen that you can look at from like your nav station that shows you all of the inventories in your ship with all of the contents of the inventories in your ship. That would be nice. What would also be nice is for all of this mess to be one scrollable window instead of taking up over half of my screen. That would be nice too. I'm going to do one at a time, just in case. I just have to figure out where I'm going to start this and like what pattern I'll use to move them. Because these things don't really... They don't go like side to side easily. I want to try to have it like make good use of space. So I'll have them offset. They'll be offset a bit. And I want to have it so that I won't lose access to space or to certain tiles either. I guess I'll start in the middle. and work my way out. And I'll have to extend all the conduit as well. It's the other part of this. Power, conduit. I have this stuff. I'll use this stuff. There you go. There we go. I have to reload the game for it to actually be snappy again. / the developers need to fix the game so that it doesn't have that delay just from running the game for a period of time longer than 10 minutes. I have mentioned I really like this game. It's just, it has issues. A lot of issues that need to be addressed, particularly around the interface and usability of the actual user interface. See, that looks nice with that pudding there, with that invisible conduit. That's from the Unknown Industries mod, which I have modified to be able to use the stuff from it without needing Unity Mod Manager and using the FFU Beyond Reach mod instead. Because Unknown Industries had come up with its own solution to a problem with mods and the way the game handles mods, which is that it by default will overwrite any of your entries that you put in, and in order to modify entries you need to have a lot of copying of existing contents. So my scaling here, by the way, is that on each side I'll be here, and then it'll be here, and then here, and then here, and here, etc. Just gonna go at there, and there, and there. Straight down these lines. Could go there, but that blocks access to tiles in the grand scheme. So just this little zigzag pattern is a more efficient way of scaling out these intakes. And of course, I will need... Oh yeah, that's new as of the most recent update to the game. They changed the power vision. That's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing. That is new. It used to be like icons. Now we get to a better power visualization. Still though, install that conduit. I think I have at least another 3. My invis conduit. There we go. So what I would like of the inventory system is to be able to access my inventories without it taking an action. That would be a good step one. Part of me kind of understands why it takes a turn to like a turn to access the inventory, but it's not fun. I kind of want to be able to access my inventories when performing other actions. I don't see a good reason for it to prevent me from accessing inventories. Yeah, but you're often going to have your hands full. Now, it is a problem because you cannot always put stuff in your hand. I shouldn't have to do that to access my inventory. Particularly when inventories are nested. That's the other thing, is like the most efficient way of dealing with things is to fill up harness pants inside of backpacks. I don't want to do that because it's absolute hell keeping track of what's in your harness pants / cargo pants. There shouldn't be workarounds for these things. I should just be able to access my inventories. And I, personally, want to have all of the inventories always open by default. In a window with a scroll bar that doesn't use half the screen. And this whole thing here, this whole body right here, this needs to be reduced in half. At least half its current size. This is way too big, has way too much white space, taking up valuable screen real estate. This should not exist at this size. I'm okay with it existing. It's just way too big. Way too big. Anyway, is that it? I think that's it. I think that's all. I could move some of the storage down there. But I'm not going to at the moment. Yeah, this has room to grow with more thrusters. In fact, what I was going to do is I was going to look for additional thrusters on the ship, as we don't have a good way of knowing what's in all of our inventories on the ship without actually just looking. I have more batteries! Okay. I could put more batteries in there if I wanted. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any in here. Oh, that's more. It's more walls. That's another wall. Okay, put all the walls together. Those are empty. That has something buggy in it. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this ship. I've been here for over 2 hours today on this one ship. On this one derelict. And now I'm leaving. And I'm probably not even going back to go back to K-Leg. We're gonna go to another ship. So where are we going? Where are we going? There? I think there. Let's make sure we don't slam into this thing. What's RG's 1.75? That's like nothing, dude. Bearing. Let's get 0. Start to. maneuvers. That's only a couple minutes. But hail this. There. Weirdness. A little bit of weirdness when ships are a little too close to each other. Small-ish, no pirates. Ooh, hello. Hello! Money! Hello, money. I like money. Money is awesome. Do you like money? I like money. It's tempting to move this deuterium tank by using that other one, but no. But no. Oh yeah, the thought has occurred to me that I was going to use this room to add more helium-3 tanks, but oops. I guess not. Oh god, I'm craving something meaty. Could you go inside? Thanks. Uninstall the door. No pirates. None. Very important setting, just to point this out. This guy, line of sight, under the video settings. Off. Off. Very important. It will allow you to see the pirates on the enemy ships, on the derelicts. If there are pirates, you will be able to see them. If they're in an EVA suit, you'll see their lights. Now we got another nav station here. Wait. Aww. Okay, this ship class has a variation that has a lot of cargo pods. This is unfortunately not the cargo pod variant. So sad. So sad! Very, very sad. This is not the cargo pod variant. I'm pretty sure it's this type of ship. It's just got actual regular rooms instead of cargo pods. Very, very sad. Ooh. Hello. Bye. I don't need any of that. Goodness, this room is empty. No. No, you're empties. Alright, restore that. I really should be adding more thrusters to my ship. I need more. Must have more. our maneuverability rating is awful on the current ship. And that was before I just added a whole bunch of extra stuff. Yeah, all of these rooms on the other design for this ship would be replaced with sets of 9 cargo pods. It has up to 36 cargo pods that would each sell for over 20 grand when fully repaired. You have to like put them onto, or you have to like take them to the kiosk and sell them from your hands and not from your ship. Because for whatever reason with the cargo kiosk, it sells for more if you physically bring it to the cargo kiosk. In fact, I think I know the reason, and that's because it may be that it's not taking into account the contents of the cargo pods when it's on your ship versus in your like personal inventory. Or that may not even be affecting it at all, and it's just some other issue. But regardless, there is a difference. Oh, I can pry. I'll pry it. Oh, hello. I'll take the rack, but I don't want the stuff. I don't need the stuff. Right, what do we got? What do we got? We got one of those. That's good. I'll gladly take reactor components. Let's not forget to pay our debts before the shift ends. Not gonna take the batteries. The batteries aren't actually worth anything, and I don't, or not enough for my standards anyway. Reactor parts are worth. They're absolutely worth. This deuterium canister is worth 100 grand in its current state. Repairing takes a hot minute, though. Helium tank. That too. I will gladly take that, and I will install that on my ship. Not enough. Not worth enough. I'm not going to use Kangs. Those are pointless. Worthless to me. Worthless! I guess there's a missing wall. Yeah. This ship. So disappointing. None of these rooms have much value. Much of a value. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for this trip. Gonna go down here. I need to put the nav station down. The other thing that needs to be fixed is the access to the data on the nav stations. I shouldn't have to install this nav station, pull the data off of it onto a PDA to be able to then sell the data. I should be able to sell the data from an uninstalled nav station, but unfortunately, it doesn't see it. It considers it like a like an encrypted PDA. Go there. Really? Now I'm gonna have to repair that, and this can go other storages. And this is being installed on my ship. Ah, it's actually... It is using from the other tank. Interesting. I think it's a pain in the ass. I think that no matter what, gameplay itself has to take precedence over realism. Especially when you used to be able to sell the data from the nav stations when the nav stations were uninstalled. They used to show up in the sell lists, but they stopped doing so when they fixed the encrypted PDAs from showing their data. The methodology that the developers used to make it so that the encrypted PDAs wouldn't show the data to sell the data as should have been broke the nav station data. That was a good while ago now. That was a few patches ago. No. I have I have bins. Go in a bin. It's also frustrating that that screen poses your inventory. And that again, you need to use an action to access the bin or an installed object. Doesn't matter how realistic it is, it's annoying. And as far as I'm aware, it is an illegal action to install stuff on a wreck, unless you own the wreck. Or at the very least, the game gives you a warning about it. Big full screen message the first time you try to install something on a wreckage that you don't own. What's that back? Drink! Drink! Okay. Helmet on. There's still some stuff in here for that guy. Store. As for how this playthrough itself is going, We've made decent progress, although the progress has been much, much slower than usual. Personal playthroughs that have lasted this amount of time are usually in a much better position by now. You know, it's just something about trying to present the game as well as play it, and the luck has not been with us. Not really. Not really. My other personal saves, my luck is so much better than this. We've had multiple wrecks that have just been a complete bust and have not had the things that we need. Now, if I was trying to be efficient, I would uninstall 4 from this ship and continue to expand my ship. But I'm not going to. Not this time. I've taken what I want. You know, I think it doesn't matter. If I'm, like, in my suit, the stuff in my suit weighs so much that I'm going to be experiencing issues with the G-forces anyway. Get up. Use the thing. Please tell me if there's a zoom to me button anywhere on this screen, so I don't have to spend ages zooming manually. Like this. Quick zoom. Right here. There we go. That's the one. It's right here. There it is. Yeah, but I don't think that doesn't change zoom. I'm looking for zoom. So it's this button. Also, this is new. This is new. Oops. It didn't used to stick around for that long. Anyway, where to next? You. Something a little further away. One would expect that the stuff that's further away would be better, yeah? I think to an extent that's true. At the very least, I think that stuff that's further away is less likely to be totally trashed. At least that's what I've noticed, anyway. Stuff that's super close to K-Leg ends up being, like, really small or really trashed. Just slowing down to about a 100 VREL, or just under 100 relative velocity. Speed up until we're within 5. Kill the ship, initiate the docking sequence. That bearing is close to 0, and the cross velocity is close to 0. Speed it up a bit. Stop. Slow down. Little shifties. Clamp. What do we got? Ooh, one of these. Cool. This is, I think, one of the ones from the mod that I'm using. ZariaHeavyIndustries, yeah. The chariot. So this is one of the Zaria ones. This is part of a mod, the ZariaHeavyIndustries mod, that adds a couple of ships to the game. This one, I think, has the potential to have 2? I think 2 Hydras. Nothing of value there. Also, it's running the orange way floors. So if I really wanted good flooring, now I can break this ship down. Aw, oh, I know. This is the one with all the vodka, right? This is the vodka ship. Unfortunately, it's missed. This one has the potential to have 2 storage bays in here, and it has neither this time. But it has a deuterium canister. Unfortunately, with not a full container of deuterium, so it's not worth as much, but I will take it. 39,000 is still quite a lot of money. So it's both the looks and the weight. It is, I think, tied on the lowest mass, I should say, flooring. Lower mass is better, obviously. So this stuff, the entire mobile space system set here, the floors are 5 kilograms. Versus over here we have the Ryoka, which is the heaviest, the most massive, I should say. The Ryoka is 8 kilograms, and that difference, although it's only 3 kilos, adds up over several hundred floor tiles, you know? And it's the same with the walls. The light framework walls are the lowest of the weight of walls. Yeah, the mass there, 5 kilograms. The mass of your ship determines how much thrust you have, and how much fuel you will use. It's rather important. Particularly if you're trying to design a ship that is capable of atmospheric flight, you want to try to have something that's, you know, not so massive. Yeah, the issue is that it does not show that information on the installed flooring. Yeah, as I said, this is the vodka ship. In case you were wondering, this is the vodka ship. This mod adds, with this particular ship design, just a mess hall full of vodka. Oh look, another backpack I don't need. I'm still taking it with me anyway. Oh look! 2 more backpacks! You know what? Sure. I'll exchange. I will exchange. What's in this one? 8 dirty cloths? Yeah, you can take those, game. I did a few repairs, so I should be missing some of these items. I'll restock on those. Yeah, and you would think that there would be a place that, like, very clearly shows the total mass of your ship. Well, wouldn't you know? There's a Hydra. We are gladly going to take one of these. Hopefully the other side has one. I would very much like to have an infinite supply of these. I mean, it's not particularly important. I'm not selling these. That's not why I want them. I want them for more tanks. I want more storage of gas on my ship, because that means I can be out for longer. Slash, I can run a larger ship. That's pretty important too. Oh, you're good. I'll take you. You're good. I'll take you. Please don't go outside. Thank you. Oh, there's 4. Oh, yeah, and there's Atmos Scrubber. I should take that. Take you. Come on. Get in there. Now, the actual orange flooring just looks good. But I do also like the white tile version of the Orange Way set. Ah, cargo accidents car. Okay. Ooh, those racks. Yeah, I'll take those. I'll just uninstall them for now. I don't really have the space to take both. Or do I? I do. I do. There. Everyone in there. Said everyone in there. Of course, this one I can't. Oh, hey. Tools. I'm gonna leave those tools behind. Up here, there's the nav station. Yeah, this particular version of this ship is pretty intact. I'm actually happy that it's still intact. Also an oversized item, I can't put that into the doohickey. The other racks. Hello. Do you have contents? You do. Yoink. Alright, what do we got in here? More of these. I will take all of you. Why would I not, huh? That's a lot of inventory. Hello. Yeah, I'm taking you. These things are worth a lot. Though I'm a little sad that I am not have yet to find a better suit than the security suit. This EVA suit mod is supposed to have added a whole bunch of other suits. A whole bunch of suits. Oh, you were not even broken. Great. I'll restore you. Use you. It adds a whole bunch of variations of the suits, and I'm only finding security. Like, come on! Where's the engineering suit? Where's the, like, medical suit? Where's the, like... There's one for, I forget. It's like a more better environmental type suit. Uninstall. Sigh. Inventory. No. You. There. I can take one of these. Ah, it's broken. It's not here. I'm sad. Oh, I got 1 of 2. Better than 0. 1 is better than 0. 1 is absolutely better than... Ooh, helium tank. I will take that. It's like almost empty though, which is kind of annoying. I don't have room for it. At least not yet. Ooh, that's also somewhat disappointing, but... Oh well. Only a fusion laser array. That's the only thing we get from the reactor. On this ship, everything else is gone! But hey, we got stuff here. We got some stuff. Stuff for our ship. Oh, and I guess if I want these ammo scrubbers to actually work, I'm going to need to grab a CO2 tank. Because I will absolutely actually use the CO2 scrubber this time. One of these two, anyway. But I'm going to need to uninstall you. The other part, technically, is that they're supposed to be able... Or they're supposed to need a, actual, like, CO2... filter? Yeah, about that, see? In the current state of the game, you don't actually need that CO2 filter in the ammo scrubber. It will work without it. Not joking, it will work without it. Alright. Files. Files! This, that. Grab those. Not like really worth much, but oh well. Bye. Ah, this, okay. This is not going to be allowed for particularly long, but whatever. don't think I care. I just won't do the update, frankly. I would rather disallow the bays within bays. I would rather not allow bays within bays than make it so that I can't access the inventory of installable objects, which is the plan that Warstalker has to resolve this infinite bay issue, because you can totally bay within bay within bay within bay within bay, or infinite inventory for as many bays as you get your hands on. And it's workable because the inventory can open up when you slot it into your drag slot. The solution, obviously, to this is to not allow bays to be put within bays. And yet, Warstalker believes that the best option is to just not have this behavior of having the inventory open from having it in this drag slot. Which, as I had pointed out to Warstalker, that behavior would break toilets. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That would actually, break toilets. There was a toilet here. I can demonstrate. Let's uninstall this toilet. Okay, we've uninstalled the toilet. Toilets have 9 inventory slots. Toilets have 9 slots. You can only access these slots when you put the uninstalled toilet into your drag slot. So I pointed this out to Warstalker, which he was a little surprised that toilets have inventory slots. And I have seen reports about people who have had like toilets on hand when making purchases at K-Leg, having the things that they bought get put into the toilet's inventory. This is a thing that has happened, that has been reported on the Discord. People have had items that they've purchased get put into toilet inventory. And the only way to access them is from actually picking up the toilet. So yeah, hi Twitch. Just saying, hey, if you pick up a toilet, a loose toilet has a 9-slot inventory that you can put most things in. So yeah, I brought this up earlier, but I was just repeating that the person who did this storage overhaul mod and built the FFU Beyond Reach mod, which, God, it enables so many wonderful things with mods that you can do. And it enables intermod compatibility with being able to add items to the different shops. With Beyond Reach, the FFU Beyond Reach mod, you're able to have multiple mods that add unique items for sale at the OKLG supply shop without anything being overridden. by default it would override the shop inventory every time, but with FFU Beyond Reach, you're able to just define the specific items that you want to add without having any repetitive code, and thus have a whole bunch of mods that just add those stuff to the thing. But yeah, he's also made a bunch of other mods that use FFU, and the storage overhaul is one of those. And as I had brought up, the intended fix by not allowing storage to open when you have it in your drag slot here, to have the inventory open, getting rid of that behavior would prevent you from accessing toilet inventory. So, because I brought that up, that is something that will be addressed with the mod, ideally so that you can actually access the inventory from the installed toilet. But, yeah, just saying. Yes, there are so many mechanics in this game that people just don't know about. There's just so much that people don't know about, including the fact that O2 bottles, which actually I need to swap out O2 bottle. O2 bottles and regular canisters as well, the pressure matters, and the ability for the tank or the bottle to push out its contents depends on the initial pressure of the stuff. So you actually don't get enough oxygen from your oxygen tank to not suffer from hypoxia, even if you have an amount of pressure in the tank, because once it falls below a certain threshold, it won't be able to actually push out enough to keep your character going. Because it just physically can't push out enough faster than you breathing removes it. And that actually happens down at about like the 60-ish kilopascal range is when you can first start noticing issues. If you ignore normal like warnings, the warning sounds from the O2 stock warning, if you only have one O2 bottle, there will come a point where you will start to suffer hypoxia symptoms before the O2 bottle is completely empty, because it just doesn't have enough pressure to empty itself anymore. That issue has been fixed now with this overhaul, the EVA suit overhaul, so it will start consuming the other bottle to maintain the proper amount of oxygen in your suit. Because the previous fix had it so that it would only use one bottle at a time, and when one bottle hits 0, it would move to the next. And as I had just brought up yesterday in that thread, actually, you will suffer hypoxia before the tank hits 0, before it switches over to the other one. So you could end up in a situation where you had no warnings on your O2 stock and still suffer hypoxia, because the O2 bottle that it was trying to get down to 0 before moving to the other bottle wasn't able to actually output enough oxygen to keep you going. Anyway, it is now 1 o'clock, meaning that it is now time to end today's stream. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. We made a bit of progress, just a little bit of progress today. I will be needing my my stuff here. Where's who's what's the I seem to be right, it was you. I need to install a few things on my ship that we picked up off of the ship to put that in one of these just to prepare myself. Sure, it didn't switch them. You, there, there. You, there. You, there, actually. That's what I want. And I want to install the stuff from within you on my ship. In fact, I'll pull out all the things that I want to install on my ship. Those are the things that I want to install on my ship. In fact, I'll pull that out as well. And that. And that guy can, like, go in. You know what, I'm just gonna pull everything. Screw it! I'm pulling everything out. Pulling everything out, and I'll be storing you and you. And all the rest is being installed on my ship. We will do that next time. Thank you all for watching. I will be back with more of this on Thursday. I hope to see you all then. Hopefully I won't be quite feeling as sick as I have been.